is a chart study on Tesla, and this is an actual real-world trade that we did, and it's posted on Twitter. You can see this with price confirmation and documentation. This is just a very simple downward sloping trend line right here on Tesla, and it lifted off the 20-day and the 8-day. This is the 20-day and this is the 8-day, and the green is the 50-day. And what you'll find is strongly trending stocks trade above a rising 50-day, a rising 20-day, and normally above a rising 8-day. And we can use these moving averages to help keep us in a trade. So we bought right here. And as you can see, as it started to lift off, volume started to pick up. It gapped up a little bit this day and closed near its highs for the day. The next day it gapped up and closed right near its highs for the day on a pickup in volume. That's exactly what we want to see. The next day it gaps up and closes near its highs for the day on about the same volume as the day before. The next day it gaps up. This is the close. This is the open of the previous day on a pickup in volume. Had a good move right there. And then look what happens. And again, I can't stress enough. You've got to look at the price and volume of every bar, and the open and the close and the range. The next day, it gaps up and closes down a little bit versus the previous day. And you could say, oh, that's a bad day. That's it. It's over. But you've got to always put things in context of volume. It went up on good volume. It dropped here on less volume. The next day, it fell just a little bit on even less volume. And remember I mentioned the 8 and the 20 day and the 50? The next day it gaps down, it drops down and touches the 8 day and bounces right off of it on a pickup in volume. The next day it pulls back a bit, comes down to the 8 and starts to lift again on a pickup in volume. That's exactly what you want to see. Now I'm going to show you one red flag and we're going to stop for right now. Right here, it's grinding up, it gaps up, runs up, and then closes near its lows for the day. You can say, well, Pat, it's still above the 8 day. You're exactly right. You let it trend. But there's one red flag. What is it? We must always look at the open, the close, the range, and the volume. There was serious selling volume on this bar. That was a catalyst to sell some. We'll study this more, but we must remember those variables.